we'll see what we get here today. Um, as far as where we are at, let's go ahead and start on the higher time frames. So let's go to the weekly here. Already have a few levels marked out. I think we should be mindful of. So already marked out the previous weekly high. Obviously, we're sweeping that already and starting to work back down into the range. This is a sell side level internally here. I'm gonna hide this on the higher time frame here. Visibility, boom, boom, boom. Keep it like that. And I also marked out 50% of the previous weekly candle range. So I do still think that we're going to maintain bullishness for now. Obviously, it has to kind of be the default until proven otherwise on the higher time frames. But I could see a pullback to equilibrium, 50% or so of the weekly range before that continued expansion. This week's a little bit odd just because we've got bank holiday right in the middle of the week. I think it's like the only week of the year that this actually, happens, other than if, November, Christmas happen to fall in the middle of the week. But so we'll be off Wednesday, obviously, but trading every other day this week. And this is just kind of the preemptive levels I'm waiting for. I am expecting early part of the week that we pull back down towards this equilibrium, rebalance this out before moving higher, which is why. So I marked out, if you guys didn't notice this, these equal lows down here at 19,500 exactly. So that is clear, obvious liquidity pool that would be before we even get to that 50%, which is right here, right? So that is a level that I would like to target if we do get some bearish PD arrays and some bearish opportunities today or tomorrow. So the only thing to be a little bit mindful of, let me go down to the 15 minute here. Toggle on the sessions. So if you guys remember Friday, we ended up with a seek and destroy condition in AM session, right? And talking about this, we see Asia both high and low swept in London. And, we didn't really have, it was a little bit unorthodox of a formation. We didn't really get like a broadening formation per se, if you're looking at session to session. Here you're kind of seeing that potentially starting to play out. You got Asia being swept, London low, London high. Now we're back at London low. So who knows, man? We could get a seek and destroy day today. Be mindful of that. If we start seeing things chopping around earlier on, we'll just be less likely to be putting trades on, or if I happen to get the bias wrong or the trade wrong, could look for just not looking to do further damage than that. So but yeah, let me go back here to the 4-hour chart. I don't see any imbalances here. Let me go to the daily. Yeah, no imbalances here on the daily chart. Let me just double check with ES as well. So here's the ES chart versus the NQ chart. ES has already traded down into this daily imbalance, it looks like. Let's go to the 4-hour. However, I guess I should point this out as well. Here on the 4-hour chart, you can see that there is a bearish SMT divergence that is formed, right? You've got price lower highs here, higher highs up here. So we do have a bearish SMT between these two indices. So that also aligns with what the analysis already is here on the weekly chart, is expecting price to trade lower, manipulate lower, kind of create that first lower wick of the weekly candle, and then potentially look to expand later out throughout the week. At least that's my bias going into this week as of right now. So let me know if you guys have any questions on that. But yeah, that's the reason for the bias on the higher time frames. Four-hour, 1 hour. Yeah, and we're not like running into any imbalances in here, which is why I think this could potentially be a clean move down through here with, not a whole lot of things stopping price from trading to here and potentially all the way down to here. I'm not saying this big move will happen all today necessarily, but the beginning of the week, that's what I have in mind. Now let's look at opening range gap, see if there's anything here. No. Not. There is a big opening range gap still left from later or last week, Tuesday to Wednesday. 50% lines up perfectly with that. How nice is that? Very sexy. But otherwise, yeah, I don't see any opening range gaps today. So let us see, folks. Obviously, dropping down in lower time frames here, this looks potentially bullish, but because it's against what I kind of want to see, I don't know. I'll probably ignore the longs if I'm being honest. Go ahead and give dollar a look. Wow, that is, oh god, you guys see this chart? That's actually gross. We're still chilling in the middle of this range that has been put in place since April. But most recently we've had price trading up from this daily inefficiency. Pretty nice displacement over this high here. So to me on a daily chart, dollar looks like it could keep pushing higher. Right? Maybe price wants to pull down in here, sweep this liquidity, rebalance this, and go higher. That would push indices lower, or should, right? That would have been something that maybe one could argue for bullish sentiment or looking for longs would be like if we would have came down and created an SMT with this low here. The only thing that would make you maybe flip bullish is just the fact that we've put in this bullish BPR here after running out this liquidity. That's what you do when you're bored. You just look through a bunch of random ass time frames. See if anything looks different. I always love hearing people do technical analysis like that. Yeah, guys, it's either going to go up or it's going to go down. That's all I know. Oh, thanks. I mean, I won't lie. It definitely looks like it's gearing up for a move through these internal highs here. That's what it looks like. It would make sense. We haven't taken the previous 4-hour candle on either ES or NQ yet. I think that could be in play. 5 minutes here until the macro. 4 minutes now. But yeah, again, guys, what I'd like to see, I'm holding out for this potential short. Some heavy displacement down would be nice. Displacement through a short-term low, gap below it. If we get such a thing with this low, we could use this now. We wouldn't necessarily need to wait for this one. If we wanted to look for like the best possible entry, but it would have to be a pretty strong displacement through here, I would say. Leave a nice gap, right? Something like that, and then trade back into it. Then we got our targets here in the short term. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. That's what I'd like to see here. SMT with ES. Yep. Yep. See if it holds though. I mean, if it goes higher, I mean, like I said, even if it does go higher and goes up to buy side, even though like we can identify where it wanted to go, you know, doesn't mean that we missed out because we didn't take it, right? I'm more than content. Like right now, the more I watch this chart do what it's doing, the more happy I am that I'm just not, that I haven't touched any buttons already, right? So the more I'm seeing, like, the less I'm wanting, the less I'm even wanting to put a trade on. But we'll see here. See if this next hour can wake some things up. If not, it's all good. Maybe it could be a PM session day as well. I mean, we did get them like Friday. We lost mainly going long, right? So crazy, bro. It still played out pretty perfect. I mean, well, obviously not perfect, but it worked. It traded up where we wanted. The levels of buy side we had marked out were right here, and then obviously here. And wanted to see be market maker buy model. We had SMT with this low here at the time. You know, and just think we were taking longs basically on this next candle, right? So we were longing this candle, and then we were actually longing. I believe it was right. What time is this? 11:30. It was a long session, right? We were on there for a while. Anyway, it might have just been these two candles, to be honest. I think first long was we were trying to long a smaller imbalance on like the 5 minute up in here. So when price traded down into the 15-minute, we took an L. And then I think what happened was on this next 15-minute candle up, we went long, but then you see here this 15-minute candle came down and swiped the low again. But even if you were trying to get long again, it swiped it again. So it's like, man, crazy. Just kept swiping that thing. And then it goes up eventually, but it goes up here from basically lunch. Like lunch hour rolls around and we finally get the move up. So who knows, man? If we don't see anything clean here this morning, that's probably what I'll be having my eye on is as we move into lunch and into PM session, see if there's something that forms. But obviously if the condition that we're in right now just, keeps lingering, that's fine. We'll just not take anything this morning, which is cool with me. Looking like we're going to probably push higher here, guys. So I'm going to default to later today, maybe lunch or PM, somewhere around there, just when things start to open up a little bit. But I'm happy with not taking anything this morning. To me, there was nothing really great, high probability. I mean, there's always things you could find in hindsight, but for as far as like what we wanted to see aligned with our higher time frame bias, it's just not there right now. So I'm good with this. I'm going to hop off for now. I will keep you guys posted in the Discord if I am going to take anything here later today. Otherwise, I would say just, be safe. Yes, we got Wednesday off, but we got a full week ahead, so there's no reason to rush in anything and then do damage. Continuing to trade, seek, and destroy like we got on Friday morning as well. So enjoy your Monday, everybody. I will talk to you guys later today, and I will see you guys on the session tomorrow morning as well, guys. Peace out. We'll talk soon.